NADL currently traded at $2.67. Beautiful move off that $1.67. Obviously, there was some big moves going on with this one. Quite a bit here. Really choppy moves in my personal opinion that we can see down here. $1.30. That was back in, looks like January 12th, 2016. So yes, 2016. So that was a while ago. Obviously, big moves here. Came back down, coming back down to that level at $1.30, but broke it over here on April 4th. Followed up by big volume that came in here off that 134,000 shares. Again, on 411. I don't know if there was news or not, but again, Joe might be able to help us out with that. So there's going to be a massive gap down here from that close of 74 all the way up to here. Another gap up, pulling it back down. Now at the $1.67 coming forward here seems to be a little bit of a support area, followed up by the $2 has now became a support, and then $2.63 as well. Right now, the volume has dropped off a lot compared to yesterday. 22 million shares traded yesterday to today's at 4 million. 263 will need to hold, otherwise it could start trending back down as we go with the 10-day simple moving average. Okay, so if that 263 starts giving out and that volume doesn't pick up, it could end up starting to trend down to that 10-day simple moving average that we would see right here. Once you get to that point, if that volume doesn't pick up and it breaks through there, it could go to the $2 and then 267 and so on. However, the other way, if it comes back down, hits that 10-day simple moving average, that volume picks up, you break that 310, you're going to probably go up much higher off of that level, especially if you break the 350. But we'll talk about that a little later once we get up to those levels. We're just going to be watching this right now to hold that 263 and how this one plays out. I'll hand it off to Joe.
All right, so let's see. With this one right here, we've never gone over it, so I'm going to go right back to the February 28th. They had their financials. So the fourth quarter results, revenues for the fourth quarter 2016 were $81.8 million compared to $136.7 million for the third quarter of 2016. The primary reason for the decrease is due to the West Epsilon coming to an end of its contract in October 2016, and a full quarter of West Alpha and West Phoenix, which came off contract in August 2016. In addition to the demobilization revenue for the West Alpha was received in the third quarter of 2016, not repeated in the fourth quarter. The fall is partly offset by the contract termination fee received for the West Epsilon, which was recorded within other revenues. The operating loss for the fourth quarter was $24.9 million, a decrease of $53.6 million compared to the third quarter of 2016. Operating income of $28.7 million. This decrease is primarily due to West Phoenix and West Alpha and West Epsilon contract concluding contracts. The net financial terms for the fourth quarter of 2016 amounted to a charge of $31 million. The charge included $26.6 million in interest expenses and a loss on financial derivatives of $17.6 million, partly offset by a foreign exchange gain of $14.9 million related to the NOK1 $500 million bond. So net loss for the fourth quarter was $53.4 million, and the net loss attributed to shareholders was $56.9 million, resulted in a basic loss per share of $2.36. See, so the results for the year ended December 31st, 2016. The company reports operating revenue of $534.7 million, operating income of $90.8 million, and a net loss of $52.4 million for the 12 months ended December 31st, 2016. This compares to operating revenues of $747.7 million, operating income of $97.5 million, and a net loss of $56.8 million for the restated 12 months ended December 31st, 2015. Let's see. So that's that. I mean, you can keep going through that to get a better sense of, like, the direction on things. But then they had a press release, which was their latest one. It was NADL announces long-term contract awards for the West Alpha and West Linus with ConocoPhillips. So North Atlantic, and this is on April 11th, North Atlantic Drilling Ltd. has secured a 10-year contract awards for the jackups West Ellera and West Linus with ConocoPhillips Scandinavia. for the work in the greater FSCIS area. The total additional backlog for the new contract award is estimated at 1.4 billion, excluding performance bonuses. So as part of the agreement, the company has agreed to day rate adjustment of the existing West Linux contract effective from April 2017, resulting in a 58 million reduction in current backlog. The West Ellera contract, which expected to commence in October 2017, includes a period of fixed day rates until March 2020 and contributes approximately 160 million of contract backlog. A market indexed rate is applicable thereafter until October 2027, which the company believes will contribute to an estimated 530 million of contract backlog. The contract on the West Linux has been extended from May 2019 until the end of 2028 at the market index day rate, which the company believes will contribute an estimated 706 million of contract backlog. So the backlog estimated indicated for the market indexed rate period for each rig is based on the third party day rate assumptions presented in the Seadrill Limited release dated January 31st, 2017. And includes an agreed percentage discount. The estimates are subject to change based on market conditions. So the awards of are subject to ConocoPhillips receiving partner approvals for the contracts as well. So that was on April 11th. So, I mean, this one right here is more or less you got to do your due diligence on it because there's a lot of different things within them, and obviously they're generating revenue, but yet they showed losses like that. So, as always, go right over to that NADL board. From there, you'll see the company profile, the time and sales, the recent news, the filings, the financials, the buy ratings. And if you have an opinion on the company, feel free to share it over on the message board with the tens of thousands of like-minded investors that are using the site daily. Because, I mean, what I meant by this with the losses is like that fourth quarter, the difference between the third quarter and the fourth quarter. But what it was, they had a certain contract that came off that was obviously valuable. You know what I mean? That's why they're offset. But then yet they have these new ones with ConocoPhillips that are, coming on. So more or less like doing the due diligence, getting the math and everything else, figuring out which direction they're going to start going from here. So that's what I meant by that. So they didn't have like that much of a loss. Go for it, David.
All right, NADL. This is what Joe's looking at here. Again, really, really useful information. All these news, all you got to do is hit on the headline. Pop out at you. You cover a lot of news. Not only on NADL, but all stocks that you research really quick. I mean, completely free. Everything at your fingertips. Each stock, I mean, you can zip around really fast. Time and sales, filings, financials, all completely free here on Investors Hangout, along with the site as well, completely free. And as far as the chart, just again, voicing my personal opinion on what I see here. I said, we'll need volume to pick up and remain steady, in my opinion. Resistance at 310 and 350, support at 263. $2 and $1.67 and $1.30. Why is that all spread out? Again, moving averages are down there. There's a lot of gaps as well, so watch them. I could sit here and name the gaps, but it'll take me forever, and sometimes they will never fill with these dollar stocks that are over $1. So that's why I didn't even bother marking them all out. So we'll continue to watch this one. I know a lot of you guys over here on Investors Hangout are watching this one as well. I'm just, again, voicing my personal opinion on where it's at right now. We'll watch that. All right, so hopefully it does, continue to keep going. That volume picks up because that's what I would be watching for to happen. If you follow this one, make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Hit that like button if you feel that this video helped you. And make sure you join our next live stream. We would like to have you on investorshangout.com/live.